All right, so we're back with the Handel Sonata number 4 in D major. This is the second movement, and last time we made it all the way to measure 20. Today we're going to go from 21 to 39. And you'll see right off the bat at measure 21 that a lot of what makes this a level 5 and what makes this challenging isn't hard or new skills that we've never done before. It's taking things that we've done, finger patterns we've played, key signatures we've been in, a lot of it's in first position, and it's just doing it fast. And so that quick tempo is what makes this challenging, but we're going to take it slow for right now and then over time build up to the correct tempo. So measures 21 and 22 are all first position. They sound like this. Then at the beginning of measure 23, we're going to go to third position. Go ahead and mark that. Up to third position. Back to first. And that gets us to the beginning of measure 24. So mark that back to first. Again, we're going to stay in first for a little while here. Here's 25. Now we're going to go 2 open to third, 1 open, 2, 3. And then this is something we have seen a lot in the first movement, to play a G sharp, which is 1/2 step lower than where you are right now in third position. You're just going to back your first finger up. So G sharp, up to regular first finger, 2, 3, back that first finger up again for G sharp, and then open E. So I would mark that third position in measure 25, and there really isn't a need to mark the G sharp extension back. That it feels very similar to when you play a B flat. You're just taking where your first finger normally would go and pulling it back a little bit. So that's that whole section. So again, you're barely in third position, and when you are, it's stuff that we've done before. It's just that it's supposed to be even faster than what I just played. So you really need to practice that to get it under your fingertips. But moving on to measure 20, that would be 27. So this is going to be in first position. So go ahead and mark that. You can see it says 3 fingers. And we're going to stay in first position. Let's finish marking here. We're going to go to third position in measure 29. You can see there's a D with 1 finger over it. So go ahead and mark third position there. And in that measure, you'll also see I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself here. At the end, the last 3 notes are going to be back in first position. So go ahead and mark that. The note that has the trill over it is back in first position. This is a bit of a unique trill because it says trill with a sharp sign on top of it. Normally when you trill, you go to the next note in the key signature. So in our case, we're playing F sharp 1 finger. The next note would be G natural. But since it has a sharp, it means you're going to raise the note that you trill to by a 1/2 step. So you're going to trill to G sharp. So look out for that as you're playing. And then we're going to hang out in first position for a little while. We're going to go back to third at the very end of measure 31. You can see the last 2 notes there. There's a second finger over a high B. That's third position. And we're going to stay in third position through the end of measure 32. So let me play that for you. Very similar to that first part, we're only in third position for a little bit and the rest is first. So here's what that's going to sound like. This is starting at measure 27. Now shift, back to first. So mostly in first, a little bit of third position. Moving on to measure 33, and what we just played in measures 31 and 32 becomes a bit of a sequence. We do something similar to that with different starting notes several times throughout, well, at least the next time. I guess it kind of happens a few times similar but not the same as we move on here. But 33 is really similar. We're back in first position, okay? To third position. mark that third position there on the second finger, almost the exact same shift as the first time it happened. It's just on the A string instead of the E string. You're going to stay in third for the next part. This is measure 35. Notice that they have marked the second note as a C natural. So instead of a 3-4 finger pattern, you're going to back that third finger up next to your second finger. Now that whole thing is marked as being in third position, but I'm actually thinking it would, no, I am wrong. They didn't mark it very well, but I see what they were going for. If you take a look at the end, at measure 35, there's an open E that they've marked. It's towards the end of the measure. There's a 0 over it. That must have been their indication to go back to first. So go ahead and mark first position, first finger for that F natural. It makes sense to go back there. They didn't mark it super clearly, but that's what I would have suggested anyway, so I think we'll go with that. So let me play that again from 35. Now back. Now this next part is weird, but it's still in first position. You're going from an F sharp on the D string to a C natural on the A string. Normally both of those notes are played with your second finger, but in different positions. Not like positions as in first or third, but just in different placements. But what they're going to have you do is have your second finger stay in the low 2 position and put your third finger on the D string where F sharp would go. So it's kind of smushing those fingers together, but it actually is going to make it easier and make it sound a little better. So it'll sound like this from measure 37. Okay. We're going to keep going here. We have a B, D, E, up to third position. 2, 3, 1. So mark that 2, 3, 1 in third position. Obviously, the next note, a high D, is going to be in third. And they do have you shift back. But you might be thinking, that's kind of silly. I can just do 4 fingers on the A string, and you're absolutely right. So it's up to you. You can either go with the shift back or stay in third position. It's whatever you feel most comfortable with. And then the ending all the way to the end of measure 39 is in third position there with another C natural, so backing that third finger up close to your second finger. All right, so that's this whole, almost the rest of the first page from measure 21 to 39. I'm going to play the whole thing, but hopefully you can see that it's, first of all, 70% or more in first position, and there's just a lot of quick finger work that you're going to have to work through, and just do it really slowly and gradually increase the tempo. And I know you'll be able to do it if you work on it slow first and then gradually get faster. Don't try to do it fast to start. That's just going to make it sloppy if you do it that way. So this is from measure 21. I'm not going to go super fast, but I'm going to go at a moderate tempo. So ready, and here we go. Pick up with measure 40 next time. That was good timing. If you want to play along with that, you can always slow the speed down on the video, slow it down to 90% or something like that, to practice doing some of those runs along with me, but not at quite a fast tempo. So keep working hard on this. We will continue, probably get about halfway through the second page next time.